Welcome to the story of the Cyprus Shami goat, a highly successful small ruminant that has been selectively bred on the island of Cyprus for high profligacy and milk production. Situated 35 degrees north in the eastern end of the Mediterranean, Cyprus shares a climate similar to the mainland Middle East and North Africa. Small ruminants thrive in this semi-desertic, arid country, with none more successful than the Cyprus Shami goat. The Antoniades family has been selectively breeding Shami goats since 1929, when they first introduced a nucleus herd from Syria. This selective breeding program has been so successful that the Cyprus Shami goat is recognized as a specific strain of Shami goat, maintaining high profligacy and higher than average milk production, coupled with faster weight gain than comparable animals. The Shami goat requires minimal care and attention and maintains high production in extensive systems based on foraging in arid, desertic terrain. Since 1929, the Antoniades family repeatedly added to their pure stock by buying the strongest Damascus Shami goats and bringing them back to Cyprus, until their own breeding program produced goat cattle with production figures that surpassed those achieved elsewhere. And since 1929, this unique herd has been purebred with only Shami goats and with no genetic dilution. What began as a successful, low-cost, extensive breeding system has gradually evolved over 70 years into a low-cost, semi-intensive program. And the Antoniades families deliberately adopted a semi-intensive rather than intensive breeding system, since their aim was to develop a physically resilient goat with high profligacy and high milk production that would improve production in local goat herds where the goats only had access to extensive grazing. The primary aim of the internal selective breeding program has always been to develop this high profligacy and high milk production. And the result is that the goat has been altered so distinctly that it now has little in common with its origins in the Damascus Shami. This descriptive variation means that the Cyprus Shami goat is already acknowledged as a unique high profligacy and high milk production strain of Shami goat. In fact, it is increasingly being recognized as a breed in its own right, although it maintains the classic features of a Roman nose, long pendulous ears measuring between 27 and 32 centimeters in length, and a reddish-brown, occasionally black coat, consisting predominantly of hair that are associated with this Damascus Shami goat. It's a large breed, measuring an average of 78 centimeters at the withers and a body circumference of 99 centimeters. Bucks in our farm achieve mature weights of 90 to 130 kilograms and does 60 to 90 kilograms. Studies conducted both on mainland Cyprus and in Libya, under the auspices of the respective Ministries of Agriculture, repeatedly show that the purebred Cyprus Shami goat maintains a uniquely high production when compared with similar breeds managed under similar conditions. And importantly, when the Cyprus Shami goat is cross-mated with other breeds found in the Middle East and Mediterranean basin, they continue to produce offspring with superior production than when compared with the products of cross-mating with similar breeds. The Cyprus Shami goat is considered one of the best dual-purpose breeds of the world under semi-intensive and intensive production system, since it combines high profligacy with high milk production. Does achieve first estrus between 7 and 9 months, depending on the season of the kid's birth, and they are introduced into our breeding program immediately. Under the semi-intensive system of production, the Cyprus Shami goat breeding performance is moderately high. Birth weights are high, ranging from 3.5 to 5.5 kilograms, and weaning is performed at 50 days, having no adverse effect on the kids. The does are highly profligate, achieving an average litter size in our production system over the past 10 years of 2.3 live births. These production figures have not yet peaked, but continue to improve, with an average litter size of 2.5 being recorded for the 2003 breeding period. Related matings are avoided by keeping males and females apart until decision to mate during the mating period, and matings among related animals are allowed only beyond the level of third-degree relations. No males are used for more than 2 breeding seasons when they are replaced from other sire families. The Cyprus Shami goat milk production is high and is maintained with minimal nutritional intervention. Does achieve a maximal milk production between 3 and 5 years and can continue production for as much as 10 years. Does are milked principally following weaning, but also during the suckling period, since large quantities of milk remain in the udder without being utilised by the kids. Kids are fed from kid feeders from 24 hours on powdered milk. The milk production achieves its peak at 3 days post-delivery, and the does can achieve 8 kilograms per day from as little as 2.5 years of age. The kid stays with its mother for the first few hours, ensuring that it receives the first milk, colostrum, from its mother. It is then separated and continues feeding on milk supplied from a kid feeder artificial mother, freeing the mother to achieve maximum yield as soon as possible. Our average milk production is 700 kilograms per lactation, but in our twice daily milking system, many of our does are producing in excess of 6 kilograms at a single milking and 1,000 kilograms during a single lactation. Lactations are productive for at least 7 months following weaning, and we aim for lactations up to a period of 305 days. The Antoniades breeding program has also focused on developing positive qualities in the doe's udder, which have been developed to facilitate either hand or machine milking, which makes them well suited to both intensive and subsistence milking systems. The milk from our farm is pasteurized off-site, and it is processed into a variety of local cheese products or goat milk drink. The milk fat content is low at 4 to 5%. The Cyprus Shami goat is fast at gaining weight. At 4 months of age, bucks achieve 35 kilograms and does between 30 and 32 kilograms. And at full maturity, bucks can reach 90 to 130 kilograms and does 50 to 90 kilograms. The meat is prized, and in Cyprus these goats that will not be used for breeding production are sold at 4 months, and the fat to meat ratio begins to increase. Our breeding program is highly selective. Animals are selected into the program based on their production using maternal milk yield, profligacy and kid weight as our parameters. Our criteria for selecting in are 305-day milk production, fertility of 2 to 3 at each pregnancy, and the quality of udder development. The Antoniades herd lives above the coastal village of Pizouri and is completely physically isolated from other animals. The herd free grazing in areas exclusive to the farm supports our semi-intensive program. The herd health is protected using standard immunization measures that are certified by the Cyprus Government Veterinary Service according to EU and OIE standards, and veterinarians approved by the Cyprus government supervise the entire breeding program. Once animals have been selected for export, they are isolated from the main herd, where they undergo routine serological testing, including any specific requirement from the Ministry of Agriculture in the destination country, or as required by potential buyers. The quarantine is supervised and certified throughout by the Animal Health Department at the Ministry of Agriculture in Cyprus. The Cyprus Shami goat is a hardy goat. Goats from our herd have been successfully integrated into local herds all over Arabia and the Mediterranean and North Africa, and have been used to improve the goat production so far in a total of 15 countries. The studies in Libya and Cyprus demonstrate that the Cyprus Shami goat is more successful than similar goats in improving local production from F1 cross mating. This makes the Cyprus Shami goat ideal for improving breeding capacity in less productive herds and milk production in primary milk producing farms. Since it is so hardy and needs little care and attention, it provides an excellent and sustainable protein source for rurally isolated families and communities in difficult climatic terrain where other goats do not thrive. Animals that are exported are certified disease-free by the Animal Health Department at the Ministry of Agriculture in accordance with OIE guidelines and backed up by reference serological testing. Through selective breeding, the Cyprus Shami goat has become a uniquely successful ruminant. It is a goat that thrives in any terrain and has a proven track record in herd improvement all over the Middle East, North Africa and the Arabian Gulf. We recommend it to you as the choice to improve your existing herds through cross-mating with selected goat cattle, or to start up and maintain a genetically pure Cyprus Shami goat herd. The Antoniades family places itself at your service to provide any support that you might need, and we're proud of our international reputation for supporting our colleague Cyprus Shami goat breeders worldwide, and are keen to welcome you among the successful breeders of the Cyprus Shami Goat Club. Please feel happy to call us to discuss any questions you might have, or email us at
Ευκάλες τον νιόκρι. Ναι, μέσα. Πάρε ένα σαπάνι, έχει ένα σαπάνι και μέσα ιερένον και κλείστε την πόρτα.